What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. About to give you another episode 65 of the 2 Cent Deposit on Sports, the place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking the time to listen to the show and or watching the show. Click the follow button to be alerted to all the episodes so you can take us with you while you are on the go. If you're on the YouTube page, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment. But anything you do before you leave, subscribe to the channel. Everything's good on this end, bro. What about you?
Good. Everything's good in the world of sports.
Yeah. We're about a couple of weeks away from NFL football, so it's going to be exciting to talk about that when it comes back. We're going to have our weekly picks. And all y'all that want to join the league, or join our Pick Up and Shut Up League on Yahoo Sports, give me a hit either in the DM on Twitter, email me, getwithsports2@gmail.com. Find a way to get to me, and I'll hook you up. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into these sports. First off, we're going to jump on the news tape. We're going to talk about Johnny Manziel, and he has been concussed. The Montreal Alouettes did I say that right? I think I did. Have placed quarterback Johnny Manziel in the CFL's concussion protocol, the team announced on Wednesday. The possible head injury stems from a hit that Manziel took August 11th against the Ottawa Red Blacks when he was steamrolled at the goal line. Manziel was absent from practice both Tuesday and Wednesday. I seen that play they put on Sports Center. I got to give Johnny Manziel some credit. He might have messed up in the NFL, but he still got some heart. He tried. He ran in it. I think he ran 10, 12 yards, rushing towards the end zone. When he got to the line, somebody rocked his world, but he tried to get up in there. I don't know if they gave it to him.
Okay.
The effort was there. My question to you is, before I go on, just in case anybody out there didn't know, May 19th of this year, Manziel and the Hamilton Tiger Cats, the team he was initially on in the CFL, agreed to a 2-year contract. Like a month later, July 22nd, after spending first 6 weeks on Hamilton's bench without playing, as backup to Jeremiah Masoli, the Tiger Cats traded Manziel to the Montreal Alouettes as part of a package deal. On a week and a half later, July 31st, Alouettes head coach Mike Sherman announced that Manziel would start their August 3rd game against these said Tiger Cats, his former team. Making his first CFL start, Manziel's first play was a pass to B.J. Cunningham for a loss, not a gain, a loss of 5 yards. His second pass was intercepted by Larry Dean. By halftime, Manziel had thrown 4 interceptions, including 2 by Jamal Roll. Hamilton defeated Montreal 50-11. So, my first question to you is, you think he come back to the NFL?
I don't think so.
I'm about to say you thinking too long on that.
I don't think so.
I like his effort going to the CFL. That we thought, what's that fool's name?
What's that?
The quarterback that wanted to be. We thought he should have been tight end, but a quarterback. He used to be quarterback by the Denver Broncos. What is his name? I'm glad I forgot. Tim Tebow. We all wanted Tim Tebow to do the same thing, but he didn't. I got to give Johnny Manziel some credit because I think he did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get back to the NFL, just do what Warren Moon did. Go to CFL, blow up, then come back. Somebody will want you. But the way this starting,
it's just one game.
I got you. And I liked him when he was at Texas A&M. But I always knew that it was like, okay, college football is totally different than NFL football, and I
Right.
think he noticed that. I give him credit, like I said, for trying again to get into professional football, not knocking CFL. But if you can't make it in the CFL, you know damn well you can't make it in the NFL.
Right.
So you think he gonna make it? You think he gonna flourish in the CFL?
No, I think he was a good college quarterback, and that's it.
I agree. I think he's gonna have a rude awakening here in the CFL. You know what? As a human being, I give him credit for making steps to better himself because he found out I think he suffered depression. So now he's on medications, mental illness. I just put it like that. I ain't gonna say depression. He had mental illness, so he's dealing with that. He got that cleared up. He sounds a totally different person than when he was with the Cleveland Browns. So if anything's said and done, if he doesn't make it in CFL, at least he knows what he's dealing with, and that's a good thing right there.
Right.
So I wish the best for him, but yeah. Now, I got a question. I have to do some research. What's the CFL's concussion protocol different from the NFL's protocol?
I don't know. Well,
I got to take some time to look that up because that's very interesting. That they know that they just planted CFL's concussion protocol as if it's different than the NFL. I'll check that out for later discussion.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and move on to the college football situation. And rest in peace to Jordan McNair, the offensive lineman for the University of Maryland Terrapins that passed away, I think a week and a half ago from heat stroke. I'll just put it like that. But a lot of stuff jumped off because of that situation. Go ahead and read the notes. After McNair's death, Maryland focuses on safety at practice. The interim coach, Matt Canada, has taken steps to ensure that the Terrapins are poised to deal with the heat of summer during his practices following the death of offensive lineman Jordan McNair. In the first workout since Maryland publicly accepted responsibility for mistakes that contributed to McNair's death, 2 tents were in place at the practice field Wednesday to provide shade. Underneath the awnings are several fans along with liquids and ice. Practice sessions have been shortened to less than 2 hours with time for breaks. Quote, the focus of our team's health and safety is number one, and our players are feeling that and understanding that, Canada said before leading the team onto the field. Overcome by heat and exhaustion, the 6'4", 325-pound McNair collapsed during a preseason conditioning drill on May 29th. He died on June 13th, according to the family attorney. The preliminary death certificate listed the cause of death as heat stroke. Head coach DJ Durkin was placed on administrative leave Saturday after McNair's death, and subsequent ESPN report revealing that coaches bullied players. McNair's death and the ensuing revelation that some members of the staff were physically and verbally abusive brought about the resignation of Rick Court, the strength and conditioning coach. 2 other unidentified staff members remain on administrative leave. Good look for Maryland, number one, for publicly accepting the responsibilities for the mistakes contributing to McNair's death. The protocols they put in for the safety of the players now, hindsight, it shouldn't even been thought of.
Right. Somebody died first. Huh?
Right, because, with the situation, I can't remember the Stinger, I think his name, the offensive lineman for the Minnesota Vikings, when he collapsed and died of heat stroke, that should have been a hit and a half for your ass, let alone college with the young kids, that you need to have the protocols when it gets hot out there during the preseason drills and conditioning drills, It's a good look. They got all this stuff in prepared. Now, let me ask you this. The strength and conditioning coach / I think he was the assistant athletic director too, Rick Court, has resigned from the team. They say he was the main person that was verbally abusing and physically abusing the players, bullying them. Now they put DJ Durkin, the head coach, is on administrative leave. You think they should fire the head coach? Because I believe the story at the beginning saying that the family of McNair were supporting Durkin. Now they're saying that I don't know if they're going to sue him. Well, they're going to sue the school, of course. But they're not on this bandwagon. They saying he's at fault. So, like I said, my question to you is: do you think the head coach DJ Durkin needs to be fired?
It's well, they're gonna put this on somebody. I mean, although the university already took responsibility, my whole concern is the physical and verbal abuse. I mean, the player's 325 pounds. What kind of physical abuse, was he taking? Getting slapped upside the head.
Well, it could have been just a verbal abuse. You a big old wuss. You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. You ain't gonna be my lineman if you out here can't even withstand the conditioning. You don't have to be physical. It can be just like I said, the verbal.
Yeah. So I don't. No, that's unnecessary. All that is, that's unnecessary or whatever. I don't. Yeah. Now, I think about how this could have went. I wasn't there, but just I played. I didn't play at that level, but I could get it. I could understand and see how that could go.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. It's to me, it's like it's something's missing. Something else behind this.
Okay.
That's behind the whole story. It would be interesting if something later comes out, but it feels like something's missing in this story to me. But they say they got two staff members already off on administrative leave.
The head coach plus 2 other staff members.
Right. So what they're gonna redo the whole staff? You know what I'm saying?
I can't see why not.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe well, I ain't gonna say that right now this year. Don't redo the whole staff. You got your interim coach in Matt Canada. You already the strength and conditioning coach already resigned.
Right.
And the 2 identified staff members, I fired them. So let me ask you, so did you answer? So are you firing the head coach or are you not?
I would, yeah. I would get rid of everybody.
I have to agree.
I would get rid of everybody.
I have to get rid of the head coach for the simple fact I understand his name didn't come up as the bullier or bully.
But it's under his watch.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? I don't care with all this power come a lot of responsibility. I know. Yeah. To me, all schools should have liquids, ice, cooling agents for this type of thing. You got 80 to 100 players out there in the heat, full gear on. You got to have some kind of emergency situation at hand.
Oh yeah, IVs and all that. Yeah,
all that. From what I understand, after McNair collapsed, they tried to cool him down. And what was the other thing they said? They didn't try to cool him down, and they didn't take his temperature. Because when he got to the hospital, they say he had 106 body temperature. At that time, your organs are collapsed, not collapsing. Your organs are shutting down.
Shut down.
Stuff
right.
like that. So you got time from the practice field to the hospital, or practice field till the ambulance come, and that's a little bit too late right there. You should have that. You should at least take the man's temperature. You should at least try to cool him down some way, somehow.
Cool him down, right.
You're just going to sit here and let him, go through all this pain. So I agree that DJ Durkin, the head coach, need to be fired because all this is under their watch. Even if you wasn't there, which I can't understand why you're not, you're the head coach.
Right.
Whole purpose of a head coach and have a nice little coaching staff is that the head coach could delegate stuff to your staff. So there is no reason why you should have this happen under your watch. So I agree with you. I think head coach should be fired. let Met Canada, the interim coach, do what he got to do. And I believe that the University of Maryland will compensate Jordan McNair's family, because if people don't really understand what I mean by that, because I consider Maryland Terrapins Oregon Ducks East. Because if y'all know how Oregon Ducks they have damn near 100-something uniform combination. They got a big old facility over there for simple fact. Phil Knight, who is the CEO of Nike, is a graduate from Oregon. Move over to the East Coast, Maryland, and people don't understand, like the last 4 or 5 years, they came up with some nice uniforms and accommodations for simple fact. I think his name is Kevin Plank, if I ain't mistaken, is a Maryland alum, and he's the CEO of, what is that called? Oh my God, Under Armour. So that's where Maryland getting their money. Because you ever look at their helmets, they got all these different kind of helmets, different kind of uniforms, just like Oregon.
Okay.
So you know they got money. So they should compensate Jordan McNair's family well. So there's no excuses. But we come to the conclusion, both me and you agree that a man needs to be fired.